You're asylum seekers in the hotel. Could you tell me why you're working? Yeah, no, sorry. Is there a reason why you're working as a courier? Why are you covering your face? Is there a reason why you ignored me? I'm just asking him why he's working. Just Eat, Uber, Deliveroo, all couriers. I watched 10 asylum seekers leave the premises, get on courier bikes and go to do work, which legally they are not allowed to do. So we're going to go and try and speak to some of them and ask them what's going on. So people were in and out of this place like nobody's business last night, and fully expecting it to be the same because we've seen already people leaving on the bikes at exactly the same time. You're asylum seekers in the hotel. Could you tell me why you're working? Could you tell me why you're working? Are you allowed to work? Are the Home Office letting you work? Just gone straight off.
No, I don't like that.
Excuse me, sorry. Yeah, no, sorry. Is there a reason why you're working as a courier? Are you working? You're working as a courier. You're not working as a courier. You're working as a courier? No. Yes, we just seen you set up the phone. No? You're denying that you're working as a courier? Why are you covering your face? Hi guys, you alright? Suppose you speak to security. Huh? Hi, how you doing? Do you work for the hotel? Security. You work as a security. Hi, yeah. Could we have a word? We just want to find out about the people that are working here. Is there a reason why you ignored me? Why have you put the hoarding up?
Any questions? Just directly towards the Home Office.
The Home Office? So the Home Office is okay with people working? To the Home Office. Any questions, we've got to go to the Home Office. So that was, I presume, hotel security. They didn't answer and they said any questions go to the Home Office about all the bikes you can see in there. If you have a look, there is Just Eat, Uber, Deliveroo, all couriers. Sorry, excuse me. Could you explain why you're working as a courier? Sorry, what? I'm just asking him why he's working, but you're threatening me. We just tried to speak to the guy and he threatened to smash our faces. So interested what the Home Office will have to say about that. So since we approached, there has been far fewer couriers that are shooting out. Obviously, word has sort of spread around and everyone has scattered, but behind that hoarding there still are loads of the Deliveroo courier bikes and Just Eat ones. Yeah, activity a little more subdued, but we saw it last night, we've seen it again today. There are definitely people in there working.
In the shadow of London's glittering skyline, nestled near Old Street and hidden just off the city road, sits one of the most controversial and quietly infamous symbols of Britain's immigration crisis, the Thistle Barbican Hotel. Once an unassuming three-star stopover for tourists, it has since become a flashpoint in the national debate over asylum policy, and, bizarrely, a de facto central London food delivery hub. Recent exclusive photography by Tempers offers a revealing look inside this peculiar paradox. A hotel turned migrant shelter now functioning as a logistical artery for Uber Eats, Deliveroo, and other gig economy juggernauts. And what it reveals isn't just the story of a single building, but of a government that's outsourced not only its immigration strategy, but its sense of responsibility. Since at least 2021, the Thistle Barbican has been quietly repurposed under emergency home office contracts to house hundreds of asylum seekers. It is one of over 400 hotels across the UK now hosting migrants, a stopgap measure born from a backlog crisis so deep that even Suella Braverman's most draconian proposals can't unclog it. The conditions? Cramped, isolated, often in legal limbo. But the Barbican's central London location offers one unexpected advantage: access to a sprawling food delivery ecosystem. In a bizarre twist, the hotel has become a node in London's algorithm-driven gig economy, a place where dozens of unemployed or underemployed migrants now make their living ferrying food across the city. And so a paradox is born. A failing immigration system unintentionally subsidizing the convenience of London's middle class. One migrant who spoke anonymously to Tempers described it bluntly. "This is not a hotel. This is a refugee holding pen with Wi-Fi and Just Eat notifications." The hotel is now colloquially known in certain online forums as the Uber Eats Barracks, a sardonic nickname that reflects how many residents have turned to food delivery as their only path to economic survival while waiting out the Home Office's Kafkaesque bureaucracy. Riders stream in and out of the building on battered bicycles and scooters, clad in the iconic thermal backpacks of Uber Eats, Deliveroo, and Stuart. Critics of the government's approach say this phenomenon underscores everything wrong with Britain's immigration and labor systems: warehousing vulnerable people in liminal spaces, then leaving them to be absorbed by a hyper-exploitative gig economy that thrives on desperation and invisibility. And yet, for ministers seeking optics, the Thistle Barbican is a win. Out of sight, off the front pages, and technically legal. But it comes at a price, both financial and moral. The Home Office refuses to disclose how much is being spent on these hotel contracts, but estimates from the National Audit Office suggest the government now shells out more than £1 million per day housing asylum seekers in hotels. Add in the cost of wasted time, missed asylum interviews, legal appeals caused by delays, and the broader economic ripple effects of a marginalized workforce trapped in underpaid, unregulated delivery work, and the real price tag begins to emerge. Even more jarring is the juxtaposition: hundreds of asylum seekers living in temporary squalor, while their labor quietly fuels one of the most profitable sectors of the post-pandemic economy. Gig delivery apps, whose CEOs enjoy boardroom champagne, while the actual riders sleep 10 to a room on hotel floors. The Thistle Barbican is a microcosm of two Londons. One is app-based, convenience-obsessed, floating on a cloud of lattes, groceries, and snine-pad, they arriving at doorsteps within minutes. The other is undocumented, disenfranchised, and waiting for papers, for court dates, for clarity. One lives above the algorithm, the other inside it. And for all the bluster in Parliament about stopping the boats, little has been said about what happens after people arrive. How a broken system turns hotels into detention centers and immigrants into gig workers overnight. How multinational delivery platforms quietly absorb the surplus labor of stateless men, bypassing scrutiny with the ease of a contactless tip. Government officials insist this is temporary, that the hotel model is unsustainable, that solutions, from deportation deals to offshore processing, are on the way. But for the residents of the Thistle Barbican, nothing about this feels temporary. Some have been there over a year. Some don't know where they'll go next. Some have already been shuffled between multiple hotels, each one further from any community, work, or future. Meanwhile, the apps keep pinging, and the food keeps moving.